Let's talk for a second about Senator Corker this week and Jeff Flake this week, both of whom came out very vocal about this president. But unless I missed something, there's two things here. First off, neither one of them spoke about policy differences. They each in their own way seem to speak to, like you say, the worst angels, the not good angels part of him. And then the second thing to that is these are two people who are getting the hell out of Dodge. And I don't know. I found myself, I was intrigued in the morning, whatever day that was, this is all starting to happen. And by the evening, I couldn't even listen anymore because I felt, and this is just from my take, I was like, yeah, but you're leaving. Yeah, but you're not running.
I completely agree with you in the sense that if you feel that where the direction of the party under President Trump is so misguided, isn't it your duty, your obligation to stay and fight? And and that's the real. I mean, if you were talking earlier about perspective and the vantage point of 50 years of watching this, and that is an ability to separate what may seem more striking from what's more important. And the real importance of what happened this week is not the speeches. I thought it was important, the speeches by Flake and Corker, and I don't mean in any way to diminish it. But
no, they were remarkable.
If you were going to say to me, what's the takeaway at the end of the week, it's that, one, they opened the door, but the floodgates then closed again. In other words, it wasn't like that their speaking like that led to other people.
No.
And a flood people, it ended up, in fact, that everybody else stayed silent, and there's a reason for that, because if you want to run for re-election in 2018 and you take on the Trump base, it's almost a death sentence. I mean, there's almost no chance that you could win a Republican primary after taking on this president, because the Trump base is such a big part of the Republican Party now. And secondly, at the end of the week, for all the criticism of the president, in fact, the Republican Party is becoming more the party of Trump at the end of the week than it was at the beginning of the week, because these two guys are out. They're probably going to be more conservative, maybe even more Bannon wing of the party people replacing them. We'll see whether or not they get elected in November. But the party, when you have those kinds of folks leaving, the party becomes more the party of Trump, not the party of the moderates, or the more traditional Republicans.